Hey everyone, welcome back to Ebike Random Adventures. Today we're going to be checking out this stylish looking bike from Jansno. This one is called the Jansno X60. This is a dual motor bike, guys. You get a hub drive motor in the rear, you get a hub drive motor in the front. These motors are rated at 750 watts, giving you 1500 watts of rated power on this one. This bike's going to be pretty tough. To power these two motors, you do get a large battery on this one. It is 48 volts, 23 amp hours, 1104 watt hours. They do say the bike can do 28 miles per hour on single motor and up to 32 miles per hour on dual motor. We will test that out. And if you're going to be running at those high speeds, you're going to need some good braking. The bike does have that as well. It does come with large hydraulic brakes. These are DY Island hydraulic brakes, and they are 180 millimeters in the front and in the rear. A couple other nice features you get on the bike is it does come with a beautiful color display. This can be unlocked using the NFC card or the password. It does have the capability of being unlocked using your cell phone as well. The bike does have a half twist throttle. You get 7 Shimano mechanical gears with a Shimano tourney derailleur. This is a full suspension bike. You get a dual crown fork suspension in the front. There are no adjustments on the front stanchions, and you do have a monoshock in the rear. The bike does have the button right here that we all like, that you can switch it from single motor to dual motor on the fly. And this bike does come with all the lights. You get headlights, taillights, turn signals, and brake lights. Let's talk about the overall size and fitment of the bike. They do say it can fit riders from 5'3" up to 6'4". The bike weighs in at 95 pounds without the battery installed. It does have a 330 pound weight limit, and the seat height is 33 inches here. I am 6 foot tall with 32-inch inseams. Let me show you how I fit on the bike. Pretty easy to step over. The seat is right here for me. Let me sit down. It does drop down just a little bit since it is a full suspension bike. Let's check this front fork. Pretty soft on the front fork, guys. A little bit more firm in the rear here. The seat feels pretty good though. The seat is nice and wide. It's kind of a medium length seat, but it is wide in the middle and it has some good padding, and the seat is leather wrapped. Let's take a closer look at the X60. We'll take this thing out for a ride. You do get the 20x4 inch fat tires on this one. They are RE Sun branded. They do have the street tread pattern. There's your hub drive motor in the front. Does say Jansno on the side. The bike does have mag wheels. They're going to be nice and sturdy and easy to clean. You do get plastic fenders on this one. There's a look at your front fork suspension. No adjustments on the top. The bike does have very visible turn signals on the front, and you do get a large rounded headlight. It does have the halo ring around it with the bright beam in the center. Let's take a look at this very unique bike frame. This is the blue color, guys. It is a metallic blue. The frame is rounded in the front, drops down to the large battery compartment. It does say Jansno down the side. That's your monoshock in the rear and your rear swing arm. The controller is tucked up under the seat here in this metal box. It's easy to get to. You just have to remove the seat. This is what the seat looks like. It is a medium length seat. It is nice and wide in the center, and it is pretty thick with padding. The seat is also leather wrapped. This is the battery compartment. The battery is 48 volts, maxes out at 54.6 volts. It is 23 amp hours, 1104 watt hours. This is the handle right here. You can lift this up. You can unlock the battery with the key right here to remove it. This is the charging port. Like I said, this is a carrying handle right here. This is your rear taillight. It does have turn signals and brake lights. It does have the little license plate holder on the back as well. Let's take a look at the crankset, guys. It does have the single-sided chain guard, some long Jansno crank arms, and some metal pedals. In the rear, you have a Shimano tourney derailleur and your 7 Shimano gears. Here's a look at the numbers on the motor. It does say 48 volts, 750 watts. You do have the same motor in the front. All right, up on the handlebar, starting on the left side, you do get rounded hand grips. You get your DY Island hydraulic brake levers. These are adjustable right here. You have a couple small control panels here. This is the button to switch from single motor to dual motor. When it's on single motor, the rear wheel is lit up. Press the button, lights up that front wheel. That's a real nice feature on this bike because you can switch that front motor on and off at any time. You get your turn signal switch and your horn. This one does have a loud horn. Let's take a look at the display. You can turn the bike on using the NFC card. Just swipe it right there. It will come on. It's a nice, beautiful color display. This is your battery life indication in green up here at the top. You get a large mile per hour reading here in white. Your pedal assist level is in yellow up here, and it does have 5 levels of pedal assist. To change your pedal assist, you go up and down with the plus and minus here. Down here at the bottom, you do have your odometer reading. You can cycle through this I button for information over here. Let's see what we get. Odometer, trip, max, average, voltage, amps, wattage, a timer, back to odometer. Let me cycle off the display using the power button here. When you first power it up using the power button, it will ask you to input a password. So you can unlock the bike using a password right here, or you can use your NFC cards. Over on the right side, you do have your half twist throttle and your shifter for your 7 mechanical gears. The rear brake is over here on the right side. So right out of the box, these Jansno bikes are locked to 15 miles per hour. That is the European standard. So if you live in a neighborhood that don't allow high speeds or anything like that, you can leave this bike locked to 15 miles per hour if you want to. But if you want to unlock the bike, I will show you how to do that. It's a very simple procedure to unlock these Jansno bikes, guys. Just reach under here and find this black and white wire, unplug this wire, and the bike will be unlocked. Simple as that. Let's see what speed it'll give us now unlocked. Feels pretty peppy. All right, guys, it runs all the way up to 36.6 miles per hour unloaded. We will see what it'll do with a 215-pound rider on it. Let's take this cool-looking Jansno X60 out for a ride. All right guys, let's start this ride in pedal assist 0. Let's see if we can pedal this bike with no power. This bike does have some long crank arms, so me being 6 foot tall, my knees do come up a little bit high. I don't usually pedal moped style bikes that much anyhow. I pretty much ride with the throttle, but you can pedal this bike if you want to. I'm pedaling it right now with no power at all. It's going pretty well. Seems like you could pedal it up to like gear 3 or 4 here with no power. It does have street tires on it, so there's a little bit lower rolling resistance on those. So if you want to pedal the bike and get a workout, you can. I think if you're a little bit tall, you might have a little bit harder time pedaling this bike. If you have shorter legs, it's going to be a little bit easier. All right, let's put it on level 1 here. Let's put it on single motor. This is a cadence sensor. Let's see how fast this power comes on. All right, pretty quick. Hardly any delay there. Let me try it one more time. Rolling start, spin my legs. Oh yeah, that power comes on nice and fast. So there's no hesitation or delay on the power delivery. That's nice. All right guys, let's check level 1 here. All these speeds are going to be with the bike unlocked. Giving us about 11, 12 miles an hour here on level 1. I do have the speed app opened and it looks to be pretty accurate here. Showing 12 on board, 12 on the GPS. All right, let's bump it up to level 2. That's probably all the pedaling I'm going to do. I will try the pedaling at top speed to see if we can keep up pedaling at top speed or not. But for the most part, I'm going to be riding this bike throttle only. All right, level 2 showing us 17.6 miles per hour. It's also showing 17 on the GPS, so we're still accurate there. I'm just going to put that GPS away for now. We will use it when we do the top speed run. All right, let's try level 3. This is single motor, guys. All right, level 3 is giving us just about 25 miles an hour, 24 miles an hour, single motor. Let me switch it to dual motor, see if that makes any difference on the speed. More or less gives you the same speed on dual motor as it does on single motor. See what it gives us on level 4. About 26. All right guys, this is single motor, pedal assist level 5. Showing me 28 on the onboard, 27 on the GPS. All right, there's 28 on the GPS, 29 on the onboard. So the bike can hit the claim top speed of 28 on single motor. All right guys, let's flip it around here. Put this on dual motor now. Light up both of our wheels in green. Right here's where we start our hill climb. So we're on level 5, dual motor. Let's go. We'll do the hill climb, then we'll check the top speed when we get up to the top of the hill. It's pulling hard. It's 28. All right guys, so the bike only dropped down to 25 miles per hour up the hill. This thing is an absolute beast, guys, with these dual motors. That's really impressive results. To put it in perspective, most single motor 750 watt bikes can climb up that hill at about 13 or 14 miles per hour. And this Jansno X60 just did it at 25 miles per hour, guys. So it's definitely a fast bike and it's got plenty of power for hill climbing. All right guys, there's pretty much no wind at this moment. Let's do an acceleration run. Dual motor, pedal assist 5, 10, 15, 20. So the bike has a great acceleration. There's 25. Showing 30. Let's go for top speed. I'm gonna get a little bit aerodynamic, but we're hitting over 31, 32. I'm in the upright position, hitting 32. guys, we were showing 32 on the onboard. Let's see what the GPS registered. All right, GPS registered 103 miles an hour. I don't remember when we hit that. Let's run that back the other way. Let me reset this GPS. We did 103. Oh no, this GPS has been kind of finicky lately. All right, we'll get this top speed run in here, but that acceleration was very impressive, guys. Got up to 25 in no time. All right, let me get a little aerodynamic. Let's see what this thing can do. Show me 32 and a half, 33 on board, 32 on the GPS. All right, guys, I did see 32 on the GPS. So the bike can definitely make the claim top speed of 32 miles per hour in dual motor, just as they claim. But to tell you the truth, guys, this bike can run up to 36 unloaded. I do weigh 215 pounds. So if you are a lighter weight rider, you might be able to get 33, 34 miles per hour out of this bike. But it went 32 miles per hour, GPS verified, with a 215 pound rider on it. Pretty impressive, guys. So I don't feel any cruise control feature coming on, guys. Even if I press and hold this minus, no cruise, and I'm holding the throttle, no cruise. So I don't believe the bike has cruise control. If I do find out that it does, I will pin the instructions on how to do it in the comment below. All right, let's feel that dual motor acceleration one more time here. Let's go. 10, 15, 20. So this bike just absolutely flies up past 20. There's already 28. So this is a fast bike, guys. Let me slow down to about 20 here. We're gonna hit these brakes. We'll do this brake test right here at the end of this pavement. Stopped us dead, guys. From 20 miles an hour, took us about 20 feet. This does have the street tread on them. Gripped in really well, guys. This bike does have these huge DY Island brakes, guys, with 180 millimeter rotors in the front and the rear. So you got some great hydraulic stopping power on this bike. A lot of times with these DY Island hydraulic brakes, I do have to adjust these knobs to get the right feel, but this set right here seems to be adjusted properly right out of the box. While DY Island hydraulic brakes are not the top level hydraulic brakes, they're certainly way, way better than mechanical disc brakes. And this bike having the street treads and these hydraulic brakes, it just has some great stopping power. I mean, absolutely shuts it down, guys. It's just amazing how much better stopping power you get with the street treads versus the knobby treads. All right, guys, this is a full suspension e-bike. Let's go run the trail real quick with it. It's just a basic suspension setup, but let's see what it does. All right, guys, let's go right out to the lake here. Hit this trail a little bit. I do have it on dual motor. It's already getting a little dark out here. Let me get this headlight on. Illuminate the situation. Pretty fun, guys. Oh yeah, this thing can rip. Here's some big bumps. All right, I stayed seated. It doesn't have a floaty suspension, but it's definitely taking up the bumps. Whoa, lots of power here, guys. Got some people fishing. Let's cross the creek here. Ooh, we got the mud. Rained a lot, guys, so this grass is really wet. Let's put this through the torture test up the hill here. Uphill, tall grass, wet grass. pulling us up. Gonna have to brake. All right, guys, so we hit about 20 miles an hour up the hill there. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun there, guys. So the controller on the bike is in a metal box underneath the seat. You can hear it clicking just a little bit. It probably needs a little bit of foam or tape on it to eliminate that. Very simple. So this bike has plenty of power for off-roading. It does have street tires on it, but if you do want to take it out and do some trail riding, this thing can rip, guys. It just pulled us up the hill here in the tall grass at 20 miles an hour, so. Yeah, we did cross the creek. Let me cross it back this way. I'm trying to go through the grass because it's pretty muddy over here. Pulling us up. All right, guys, let's head back this way. I'm gonna be kind of mild past these people that are fishing. We don't want to scare all the fish away. All right, let's hit it. All right, guys, as far as trail riding goes, the Jansno X60 can absolutely rip on the trails, guys. The suspension is not like a super floaty suspension or anything like that. It's a little bit firm on the rear. It is pretty soft on the front though, but it handles the bumps pretty well, guys. It didn't make a whole lot of noise or anything like that. The only noise I was getting at all was the controller is inside the metal box here. So might want to put a little bit of foam in there, a little bit of rubber underneath that controller or something if that's bothering you. All right, guys, let's head back out to the road. So I never did talk about the range or the range claims on the bike. They do say on the website the bike can do 32 miles of range throttle only and up to 45 miles of range using pedal assist. Those are some pretty believable range claims, and I'm glad they did it like that because a lot of these bikes exaggerate the range, a lot of manufacturers. But 32 miles of range throttle only is very believable on this bike, considering it does have a 23 amp hour battery. I don't know if you're gonna get that best range in single motor or dual motor. That's very debatable among people. All right, let's hit this hill here. No problem whatsoever. So if you are out here riding this thing at a reasonable speed, you're most likely gonna be able to get that 30 miles of range out of this bike. This is definitely a very cool looking, unique electric bike, guys. The styling on this one really stands out when compared to other electric bikes. I do love the paint job on the bike, guys. This is the blue color, and it does have a metallic metal flake to the paint. The gray color has the metallic metal flake to the paint as well. As you can see, guys, it's getting late in the day. The sun is already going down. I had to film today because of bad weather around here. It was bad weather yesterday. Today is a cloudy, overcast day, and tomorrow there's more rain moving in. So this was really my only chance to get out here and ride this bike. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll over here to the highest hill in town. It's gonna be a little dark, but I'm gonna test it up that hill and let you know how it does. This thing is a cruiser, man. Let's go hit this hill. All right, guys, this is the tallest hill in town. Let's start from the bottom here. Throttle only. Pulling hard. All right, here comes the steepest part. We are flying. Wow. All right, guys, if you are unfamiliar, this is the tallest hill in town. Our cell phone tower is up here, guys. There is not a whole lot of hills around this area, so we just flew up this hill, guys. We maintained at least 16 miles an hour, even on the steepest part of the hill there. I brought a bike up here the other day. It only got 9 miles an hour. So this bike just has a lot of power, a lot of torque, guys. Since it is getting dark out here, we can check out that tail light. Looks pretty cool. And we can see that headlight shining on the road now. It is a nice bright beam, and it is a nice wide beam. Let's check out these turn signals again. This thing does have a highly visible headlight and turn signals, guys. and you get those turn signals on the rear as well. All right, everyone, I've already put 12.1 miles on the odometer here, sitting at 83% battery. My overall thoughts on the Jansno X60 so far, guys, this is a very cool, very capable bike for a budget price. Let's ride this thing a little bit longer, guys. It is getting dark out here. I'm gonna put some miles on the bike. I will see where I end up at range, and I will be back with my final thoughts on the Jansno X60. All right, everyone, rolled back into my area. It is dark out here, so I stopped under this light here. Let me show you what I did for range on this ride. I did put 20.3 miles on the bike on this ride. The battery is sitting at 63% battery life left. That's pretty good, guys. Their range claims of between 32 and 45 miles of range are absolutely believable on this bike. This bike does have a good sized battery, guys. This one is 23 amp hours, so you're easily gonna get somewhere between 30 and 40 miles of range out of this bike. Overall, my final thoughts on this bike. This is a fast bike, guys. It went 32 miles per hour GPS verified. It also has great acceleration, gets up to 20 miles per hour in no time. It also flew up my hill test at 25 miles per hour. That was very impressive. I think this bike looks great. It's a stylish, unique design. I definitely think this bike is going to stand out next to some other similar e-bikes. This bike does have a lot of great features for a low price, guys. You do get the full suspension, you get the big hydraulic brakes, you get all the lights on it, including turn signals. It does have that beautiful display. I think this is a lot of value, guys, for the price of this bike. All right, guys, if the Jansno X60 is the electric bike for you, I will put the link for this bike in the description below the video. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I will catch you in the next one.